Welcome everybody to Live Interactive English. I am Shane.
And I am Nina. Today we are covering day 1 of Women Who Shaped Science.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Hey, guess what?
What?
You're a woman.
Yes, I am, but I'm not a scientist.
You're not a scientist. I'm curious, though, when you were growing up, was there anybody in your life, like any role models who were in science, or anybody who maybe pushed you to go towards science?
Unfortunately not. I feel like in Taiwan, people mostly push their kids to be doctors. You know, that's the
true.
common one. But not so much science, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I think just like in your mind, especially like my age and around, you know, when I was growing up, you thought of a scientist and you just thought of a male. You didn't really think of a female being a scientist. Luckily, things have changed, but still, I think that people in general, even in the States, you don't really push people to go into science because it's not the big money maker.
That's true.
Usually parents want you to be a doctor or a lawyer or work in the tech industry or something that's going to make more money.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, but even though, you know, science is a male-dominant field, there are plenty of women who have helped shape science, right?
Yeah. Well, that's cool because that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today.
Ooh, okay.
And it's very important. These women are very important who have shaped science. So let's take a look and find out who they were.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Throughout history, women have played a significant role in shaping scientific advancement. International Women's Day offers the perfect opportunity to celebrate and honor the brilliant women whose research and ideas transformed the world of science. Here are some of their stories. Mary Anning, 1799 to 1847. As a girl, Mary Anning learned how to collect fossils from her father, an activity that was not generally encouraged in girls in the early 19th century. She went on to find countless fossils, but her most famous discoveries are the first ichthyosaur and first complete skeleton of a plesiosaurus. Her findings expanded scientific understanding of prehistoric life and helped shape early ideas about extinction and evolution. Although her work influenced artists and scientists alike, Anning's contributions were only fully recognized after her death.
Okay, so we're doing day 1 of Women Who Shaped Science.
Okay, so let's get into the reading. Throughout history, women have played a significant role in shaping scientific advancement.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so they played a significant role. So although, like we were saying, that we might not think of them doing it that much, in fact, they do. They have shaped science. So when we're talking about scientific advancement, scientific just means something that is related to science. The study of the natural world based on careful observation and testing of ideas. So, for example, new scientific discoveries are being made all the time.
Yes, that's very
every
true.
day.
And they say that women actually play a big part in that.
Yeah.
You know, most people think of scientists and they think of a man, right?
I think that's kind of the image more that pops in your head, but that's definitely shifting.
Yes, it is.
Which is good.
Amazing. Continuing, International Women's Day offers the perfect opportunity to celebrate and honor the brilliant women whose research and ideas transform the world of science. Here are some of their stories. Okay, so before we hear the stories, let's go to Hanny and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这2天的课程是要介绍改写科学史的女性先驱。课文一开始提到，纵观历史，女性在推动科学进步方面发挥了重要作用。那我们就正好可以利用国际妇女节来认识几位杰出女性的故事。好，单字 scientific， 它是形容科学的、科学化的。那这边有一个重点。Play a 或 an 加上形容词加上 role in 可以表达对什么有怎么样的影响。Play a role 字面意思是扮演角色，用来表达产生影响、发挥作用。我们可以在 role 的前面加上形容词来修饰。举例来说 ，Jeremy played a key role in last night's game. Jeremy 在昨晚的比赛当中发挥了关键作用。那接回到课文中。
Okay, so like we said, we're going to look at some of these women who shaped science.
Yes.
And we're going to start off with Mary Anning, 1799 to 1847. So that means how long she lived for.
Yes.
So she only lived till she was 48 years old. So not that long of a life, unfortunately. So let's learn about her.
Okay.
As a girl, Mary Anning learned how to collect fossils from her father.
Oh.
An activity that was not generally encouraged in girls in the early 19th century. I would say that probably even in the mid-19th century and late 19th century, it's probably not something that was encouraged that much in girls, but especially in the beginning of the 19th century. So to collect a fossil is just the remains of a plant or animal from long ago, which is turned into rock, right? So for example, you could say the fossils in the museum are millions of years old.
Okay, so she was into collecting fossils because of her father, right?
Right, yeah.
That's nice to have that influence, and her dad encouraged her to do something that's not really female dominant, right?
Yeah, it's something that's really girly to do, and it's something that they did together, so it's good bonding for them.
Yeah. Continuing, she went on to find countless fossils, but her most famous discoveries are the first ichthyosaur and first complete skeleton of a plesiosaurus.
Oh, cool. So those are dinosaurs.
Cool. Yeah.
Ah, so she found dinosaurs. So exciting. Okay. Her findings expanded scientific understanding of prehistoric life and helped shape early ideas about extinction and evolution.
That's amazing.
Wow, cool.
Although her work influenced artists and scientists alike, Anning's contributions were only fully recognized after her death.
Well, that happens a lot.
Yeah, right?
Right? It isn't until after you die that all of a sudden you become famous.
Yeah,
that's too bad, right?
Such a shame.
Okay. So her contribution. So a contribution is just something that you give or do to help make a project, group, or effort successful. So this effort is just like, finding fossils and basically finding the fossil record and making this thing successful. So this can be money, time, an idea, or just plain hard work, right? So for example, Kenny made a big contribution to the team effort.
Yes.
Yes. All right, let's go to Hanny, and we'll be right back.
Okay. 第一位要介绍的是 Mary Anning。玛丽安宁，她从小就跟父亲学习如何收集化石。那这在19世纪初，并不是女孩普遍被鼓励从事的活动。而她后来有发现了无数的化石，她的发现扩展了科学界对史前生命的理解，有助于形塑关于灭绝还有演化的早期概念。不过呢，她的贡献是直到她去世后才获得充分的肯定。好，来看单字 fossil。fossil 表示化石。Shane 老师在解释单字时用到 remains。remains 是表达遗迹或是剩余物，它是个名词。当这个意思解释时，固定用复数型。再看到 contribution 这个名词表示贡献。好，这边有2个重点。第一个重点是 WH 疑问词加上不定词 to V 构成名词片语。WH 疑问词像 what、when
where, who, which, how 之后可以接不定词 to be 来形成名词片语，意思就会跟名词子句，也就是 WH 疑问词加主词加助动词加动词这样的意思相同。好，那它就可以当主词、受词或是补语用。举例来说 I don't know what to say 相当于 I don't know what I should say 我不知道该说什么。 What to say 是名词片语， What I should say 是名词子句，那它们在句中都是当受词用。好，第二个重点是 go on to 加原形动词，是表达接着去做另一件事，表达说做完某事后接着去做另一件事。例如 After graduation, she went on to become a journalist. 毕业后，她成了一名新闻记者。好，比较一个用法，如果我们用 go on 加上动词 ing， 是表达继续做原本在做的事，跟 go on with something 意思相同。例如 Gavin glanced at his watch and went on talking. Gavin 看了一下手表，又继续讲话了。好，那我们接回到课文中。
All right, so that's really cool, Mary Anning, and fossils. I mean, fossils, especially dinosaurs.
Yeah, especially when
really
we go
cool.
to like a museum and we learn so much about dinosaurs. Yeah. She had a contribution to that, right?
So that's great. So why don't we go ahead and go to the second part of the article after a short break?
Okay, sounds good.
Rachel Carson, 1907 to 1964. The biologist Rachel Carson combined her love of writing with her love for the ocean and the natural world. Her most influential work was her book Silent Spring, 1962, which discussed the dangers of pesticides. The book resulted in an environmental movement and major policy changes, including the creation of the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. Carson spent her life fighting for stronger environmental protections for the land and seas that she loved so deeply.
All right, why don't we go ahead and get back into the women who shaped science.
Okay.
Who's the next person?
The next person is Rachel Carson,
Okay.
1907 to 1964. Okay. Another female scientist that didn't live for that long.
Not that long, yeah.
All right. The biologist Rachel Carson combined her love of writing with her love for the ocean and the natural world.
Her most influential work was her book Silent Spring, 1962, which discussed the dangers of pesticides. Now, pesticides are things that we use to kill pests. So they're like chemicals that kill bugs. Like pests are just things that, like bugs and things that will eat crops and eat things that we have planted.
Yeah.
So she was one of the early people to discuss how bad these pesticides were for like the environment and for people.
Yeah, I mean, surely if it's killing insects, it's probably not so healthy for humans
as
either.
well,
Yeah.
right. Okay, why don't we go ahead to Hanny and we'll be right back.
下一位要介绍的是 Rachel Carson 瑞秋卡森。这位生物学家把他对写作的热情跟他对海洋以及自然世界的热爱结合在一起，而他最具影响力的作品是《极静的春天》。书中有探讨了杀虫剂的危害。我们先补充一下 pest。P-E-S-T 这个名词，它可以指破坏农作物的有害动物、害虫。那课文单字用到 pesticide 这个名词，则表示杀虫剂。它用到的字尾 C-I-D-E 表示消灭、杀死。好，那我们接回到课文中。
Thank you, Hanny. Now, continuing, the book resulted in an environmental movement and major policy changes, including the creation of the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. Wow! So just by her book, she made such an influence, right?
Huge contribution. The Environmental Protection Agency, we think that like it's such a huge agency that's so important and does a lot of work for the environment. And her book is one of the things that brought that about. That's really cool.
So including means having something as part of a group. Okay, so her work was included in that, right?
Right.
For example, the price covers everything, including meals and tickets.
Okay, and then we
I
have
love that. An all-inclusive.
all-inclusive. That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah. And we also have a vocabulary word agency, which is a noun. It's a large government office or organization that is made to do a specific important job for the country or for many people. So for example, the space agency is planning to send a rocket to Mars.
Fun.
Cool. All right, let's continue. Carson spent her life fighting for stronger environmental protections for the land and seas that she loved so deeply.
Amazing.
Right, so something that she had a passion about, and that's why she really wanted to make an influence and talk about these pesticides and the way they were affecting the land and the sea, right?
Yeah, and it's great that she combined her love for writing as well as her own passion, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, why don't we go to Hanny and we'll be right back.
课文提到《极尽的春天》这本书引发了环保运动与重大的政策改革，包括美国环境保护局的成立。那么 Rachel Carson 她一生致力于为她深爱的土地跟海洋争取更有力的环境保护。好，单字 including 这个介系词它表示包含、包括。那么 Nina 老师刚刚有提到 all inclusive， 这是形容全包式、全部包括的。再看到 agency 这个名词，它表示政府行政机构、局、处、属的意思。好，那我们接回到课文中。
Okay, so we learned a little bit about Mary Anning, who took an interest in fossils from a young age, right?
Yeah, and helped to kind of increase our knowledge about dinosaurs,
Indeed,
right?
yeah.
And then we had Rachel Carson, and Rachel Carson basically let us know about how terrible pesticides can be for the environment.
Indeed.
And helped lead to the Environmental Protection Agency, which is such an important agency now. So why don't we go ahead, review the article again, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Throughout history, women have played a significant role in shaping scientific advancement. International Women's Day offers the perfect opportunity to celebrate and honor the brilliant women whose research and ideas transformed the world of science. Here are some of their stories. Mary Anning, 1799 to 1847. As a girl, Mary Anning learned how to collect fossils from her father, an activity that was not generally encouraged in girls in the early 19th century. She went on to find countless fossils, but her most famous discoveries are the first ichthyosaur and first complete skeleton of a plesiosaurus. Her findings expanded scientific understanding of prehistoric life and helped shape early ideas about extinction and evolution. Although her work influenced artists and scientists alike, Anning's contributions were only fully recognized after her death. Rachel Carson, 1907 to 1964. The biologist Rachel Carson combined her love of writing with her love for the ocean and the natural world. Her most influential work was her book Silent Spring, 1962, which discussed the dangers of pesticides. The book resulted in an environmental movement and major policy changes, including the creation of the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. Carson spent her life fighting for stronger environmental protections for the land and seas that she loved so deeply.
最后，我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。单字的部分有 scientific 是形容科学的、科学化的 ，fossil 它是名词，表示化石 ，contribution 这个名词表示贡献 ，including 是介系词，表示包含、包括 ，agency 这个名词则是政府行政机构、局、处、属。那文法的部分，第一个学到了 play a 或 an 加形容词加 role in 点点点，就可以表达对什么有怎么样的影响。第二个学到了 WH 疑问词加不定词 to V 可以构成名词片语，可以当主词、受词或是补语用。 第三个学到 go on to 加原形动词，是指接着去做另一件事。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Hey, it's KiWi on the street. I'm Kiki. And I'm Winnie. And today we're in our kitchen and we're gonna make brownies. So we have pre-measured all of our ingredients with a scale, and Winnie finds that using a scale, it's a little bit more accurate than using a measuring cup or measuring spoons.
So first off, we are going to preheat our oven to 180 degrees Celsius. It is very important to preheat your oven because if you don't, you might end up with some raw batter, and it's very important that our oven is hot enough.
Over here, we've got a simmering pot of water, and we are going to take half of our chocolate chips, and we're gonna put the bowl over this pot. This technique is called double boiling, and that is when you use the steam of the water to melt our chocolate. Okay, and to get the process going a little bit so the chocolate doesn't burn, we're gonna put in the butter.
All of it?
Yeah, this butter will help smoothly melt the chocolate so that your chocolate doesn't burn. Starting to smell like chocolate? Mm-hmm. Well, next we're gonna put in our sugar. So you can pour in our sugar into this mixture and continue incorporating it. This is where the batter really gets going. Wow. So it's nice to have a rubber or silicone spatula for this reason. It's nice to scoop down the sides, scrape down all of the nice gooey bits so that your mixture is actually mixed together rather than all of the ingredients sinking to the bottom.
Winnie, we usually make brownies from a brownie mix box. I don't think we've ever done brownies from scratch.
Yes, it's actually, there's a lot more steps. But for now, we're gonna say goodbye. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and send us a DM or an email if there's something you wanna say in English, but you just don't know how. Kiki, what do you wanna say?
I want my brownies.
It's coming, it's coming.
Kiwi later.